What happens when you dedicate 30 days to mastering emotional intelligence? Here's this crazy stat. People with high emotional intelligence earn, on an average, 20 lakhs more annually with those with lower EI. That's a big number, right? Most of us believe that success comes from technical skills or hard work. But here's the shocking truth. No matter how skilled you are, if you don't have the emotional intelligence, you will always fall short. I used to think that I had it all. I had figured it out everything. Good job, solid skills, taking all the right boxes. But one day, after leaving a meeting, I was feeling frustrated and unheard yet again. I realized that something was missing. I wasn't connecting with people. I wasn't understanding my emotions, let alone anybody else. So I decided to spend 30 days improving my emotional intelligence. And let me tell you, what happened next completely shifted everything. So stick around, because by end of this video, you would improve your emotional intelligence in just 30 days too. You would see how focusing on emotional intelligence changes not only perspective but also my relationship, my work, and my life. And you don't want to miss this, right? On day one, I faced my first challenge. I was in a meeting, feeling like my ideas weren't being valued. Normally, I would walk away annoyed and angry. But this time, I paused and I asked myself, what am I? Why am I feeling this way? Is it truly about the meeting, or is it about how I am interpreting the situation? I kicked things off with self-awareness, the foundation of emotional intelligence. It is not just recognizing that you are frustrated in a traffic, it's understanding why something triggers you and being aware of how it affects your thought and action. I moved to day 7. After a week of working on self-awareness, I learned something important. Knowing your emotions is one thing. Controlling them, is where the magic happens. This brings us to the emotional regulation. By day 7, I had my first real test. A major project hit a snag, and my gut reaction was to feel frustrated and overwhelmed. But instead of letting it ruin my day, or even be real, someone else's day, I took a deep breath and practiced emotional regulation. And normally, if my coffee spills in the morning, I'm like, well, that's it, the day is over. But now I think, and I say to myself, look like that the flow needed a caffeine boost too, right? This experience showed me that emotional regulation is a superpower. It doesn't just protect your mental peace, it strengthens your relationship and helps you navigate stressful situations like a pro. But here's the thing, managing your emotion is only half the battle. Emotional intelligence doesn't stop at a self-awareness or regulation. By day 15, I realized that there was an even deeper layer, social awareness. You see, understanding your emotion is great, but recognizing what others are feeling, that's a whole new ballgame. During a conversation with a friend, I noticed something I would have missed before. Non-verbal cues. Their words said one thing, but their body language told me a completely different story. Instead of glossing over it, I paid attention. They weren't just talking, they were struggling, and I could feel it. Social awareness naturally led me to the next step, which is empathy. By day 21, I started stepping into others' shoes, not just hearing what they are saying, but feeling it. And this changed everything. I had a disagreement with a colleague, and instead of jumping straight into a defense mode, I took a moment and I thought, what the person is really going through? Why are they reacting like this? That simply shift in the perspective dissolved the tension. Empathy isn't about agreeing with someone, it's about understanding them. And when you understand them, conflict turns into collaboration, right? Empathy was like a universal remote control. It works for everyone. By the end of the 30th day, I challenged again. I had a realization. Emotional intelligence is a journey, not a destination. It's complete. It's not something you complete after 30 days and call it done. No, it's something that you keep building on every day. I noticed real growth in how I handle stress, connected with people, and even how I saw the world. But the key takeaway is this: there's always more to learn. Emotional intelligence is like a gift that keeps you giving. Every situation, every conversation becomes an opportunity to improve. So, did this 30 days change my life? Absolutely. But here's the truth, it doesn't fix everything. It's not just about 30 days challenge. Emotional intelligence is a skill you keep sharpening every single day. Someone once told me, no matter how much technical skills you have or how hard you work, without emotional intelligence, you always hit the ceiling. But with it, the possibilities are endless. If you have made this far, that means you are serious about improving your emotional intelligence. And that's a big deal. Now, that you have seen my journey, I challenge you to start your own. It's not easy, but it's absolutely worth it. If you're ready to take that step, hit the subscribe button and check out my video on 5 mindset shifts that changed my life. It's a perfect next step in mastering emotional intelligence. I'll see you in that video.